What's up, guys? So today we are changing the thermostat on my Accord and probably doing some engine bay detailing or something. I don't really know yet, but we're just going to start by doing the thermostat, and let me just show you guys what we're going to be doing, just the basic process of doing that real quick. And yeah, so let me show you guys the engine bay and whatnot. So the thermostat is down there. You see that shiny brass thing? That's the new sensor I put on, but it's part of that whole housing down there. So I'm going to be taking, like, the intake boot off and getting some of these wires out of the way. But the first thing I got to do is get the coolant drained out. There should just be a little plastic cap on the bottom. I believe here. Let me see if I can show you. So basically, right here in the middle of the car, there's the little drain valve. Twist that to the left, coolant will come out of there. So I'm gonna start getting this coolant drained and getting the intake boot off. So we get down here, got it draining. So I'm gonna let all that drain out, and I'm gonna let all the drain out, and I'm gonna when it's doing that, I'm gonna get this boot off, which is just screw right there, and then a couple little hoses. So let me get this intake boot off, and then I'll be back. All right, so intake boot's off. I also got this unplugged and this unplugged, and you just kind of scoot this out of the way because this is what we're taking off. You can see one bolt right there, one bolt right there. You could also unplug that sensor if you'd like, but anyway, the next step is to get this radiator hose off. I gotta wait for the coolant to finish draining before I take this off, which is just one of these hose clamps pulled off, and then we can take the radiator, the thermostat outlet off. All right, I got our hose off. I only half drained the fluid. I didn't fully drain the radiator. I didn't fully drain the radiator. I only partially drained it to the point where I could get the little hose off. Now, there usually almost always is still coolant, at least from my experience in these. So just be prepared to have some spill, or put your bucket underneath the car or something. Now it'll catch it. So because there's a lot of residual that doesn't get drained out because physics, I guess. Anyway, next step here is one bolt right there, one bolt right there. I believe they're 10 mil. So let me get these cracked and get this off, and I'll show you guys the thermostat. All right, so once you get your bolts out, all you gotta do, pull it back. So it's just those two bolts, and then you can kind of wiggle it. Might have to grab like a plier or screwdriver or something just to kind of, get it to, oh. So clearly still a decent amount of coolant behind there. So I'm just gonna throw something underneath it to catch all that coolant real quick, and then I'll just pull it out. Well, of course, the rain decided now would be the perfect time to show up. This is the old thermostat. I got it out. Some crusties on this grommet, but I don't know. We're gonna replace it because I feel like this is what's causing my issue of having some slight overheating issues, and this is the easiest and most logical thing to do. And I already tried bleeding the coolant, so figured we'll give this a try, especially because they're cheap. So I'm gonna go run and grab a new one, and then I'll show you guys. I mean, it's just the same thing but backwards. Put it on, get your outlet on, bolt everything up, and then bleed the coolant. But yeah, let me go get the new one. All right, so I didn't film it, but I did get that thermostat on, threw it all back together. It's really self-explanatory. Just make sure the two little knobs on the new seal go into the block. But anyway, another thing I did was this radiator cap, because let me just show you the old one here. Yeah, I don't think that seal's good, and you're going to be losing coolant and pressure through that seal. It's bad. So I replaced the radiator cap as well, and yes, then I bled it all out, and I'm just been testing it, make sure that the cooling system's good. But I got to figure out what else we're doing in this video. So I'll come back in a second once I know what we're actually going to be doing next. So stay tuned for that. All right, so what I want to do for the rest of today pretty much is going to be detailing the engine bay, or just cleaning it up, at least partially. For example, like this intake thing up here, and getting all these leaves and stuff out of here. So I'll probably set you guys up and do a bit of a time lapse with me cleaning some of this stuff up and just making the whole thing look nicer in general. So let's go ahead and get some cleaning done. What's up, guys? So I ran out of time for today, but we'll see you guys next week for more fun stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and see you guys next week.